It's just so unnecessary. It's it's caused Dad a lot of stress, and I felt really upset and angry about it. You see, Dad needed a flu jab. I get mine from work because I'm a healthcare assistant. Anyway, the letter from the doctor's surgery said that only one person was allowed in the room per appointment. I have to go in with Dad because I hate to say it, but he hasn't got a clue what's going on most of the time, and I have to do everything for him and with him. When we first arrived at the surgery, it was fine. One of the staff checked his name off the list, and before I even had a chance to say that I needed to go in with him, she was like, "Oh no, that's fine. We understand." It was brilliant. And then we went into the nurse's room, and she immediately asked Dad to leave. Well, I explained that it was Dad that needed the flu jab, so then she asked me to leave, saying that only one person was allowed in the room. So I tried to explain that Dad has dementia and that she cut me off, and she told me she wasn't going to argue with me and that I had to leave. So I tried a second time, and this time she shouted at me, "What's the matter with you? Can't you understand English?" Oh, well, I my face must have said it all, because she just said, "Well, there's no use raising your eyebrows at me, just leave." I I was absolutely furious. I mean, I did try to stay calm, but I ended up having to leave Dad in the room while I went to speak to the receptionist to complain about how this woman had spoken to me. She was apologetic. She said that that nurse was usually very understanding, and that doesn't sound like her. Dad was, bless him, really confused, and the rest of the day was a nightmare. He just kept saying, "You said you wouldn't leave me, and you left me." He was bundled in and out of that room. He's really anxious about what happened, and he seems to think it's because he's done something wrong. I've made an official complaint. If only that nurse had listened to me, then all of this would have been avoided.